welcome back. If you're just joining us, we're looking at the federal government social investment program. And I still have Dr. Kola Christwealth and the Honorable Ibrahim Oshinawo. Thank you, gentlemen, for staying with us. And let's get to look at this national homegrown school feeding program. 5.5 million children will be fed for 200 school days. And just imagine how much that will put into our economy. Can we imagine that? Can we just have an idea of that, what that could do to our economy?
Well, it's going to encourage agriculture, definitely. Well, it also depends on how the government tries to implement the policy.
The process again.
The process, yes.
But Osun State has started already, so
yes.
We should be having...
If we do not depend on importation of those things that will be used in implementing the program, then it's going to really help our agricultural sector.
Yes.
You know, and many people will go into farms just to be able to key into it. And definitely that will help the economy. So I really don't have any problem with the school feeding program. And but it still has to be well monitored. I would prefer that it's private sector driven, you know.
It seems you like the private sector.
Yeah, because the private sector, I've said this over and over again, that whatever development that we've had in the country today has been mostly driven by the private sector,
but
with the support of the government, of course.
What about the maximization of profit?
Yes, I mean, where will the money go? When the profit is made, where will the profit go?
It goes out of this country.
No,
I can tell you.
It goes out of this country.
It goes out of this country.
The private sector
of the individual that
who are the
is
private
at the end of their affair.
Doctor, who are the private sectors, my brother? You and I, we are the private sectors.
An average entrepreneur in Nigeria doesn't take money out. If he takes money out, it's possibly to go and invest out. And where is he going to bring the profit? Is still bringing it.
But when you say the private sector, the person that is going to provide the cow is a private sector driven.
I know.
The person that is going to provide the rice.
I know. But
even
the
a farmer.
Let the private sector also manage that process. The process.
From the bottom, from the top to the bottom.
Yes. Release the money to the private sector. You understand? Select some catering houses. Give them the contract, you know, handle the school feeding program for this school, handle the school feeding. Let there be minimal intervention of the government. And it's going to do well because the private sector is competition driven.
So the government just provide a fund?
Let the government provide a fund and monitor the process.
Let me be honest with you. It's not easy.
And monitor
I
the
like to
process.
be practical when
Don't
I'm trying
let
to
the government be involved
at
in
all.
There is no way the
implementation.
government will not involve in the
Except
implementation.
in the monitoring.
The government will set up the policy and control mechanism.
Yes, that's let it end that.
Doctor,
let
I
it
love
end
private
there.
sector.
Yes.
But let me be honest with you.
Yes.
Private sector, private sector, private sector. Who are the private sector?
The people.
The people.
The people, yes.
Private sector.
And some people in the government can be the private sector person also.
You know, let me be honest.
Okay.
You know what?
Because you've heard of a person in the government cutting grass for 220 million naira. Yes. Is it not a private sector person?
An MD
I have
of
an
a bank?
NK from Ogba, our first caller. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you, madam.
Thank you for this topic.
Thank you very much for calling. us.
What that man in brown is saying,
Dr. Christwealth.
I don't really agree with him.
Okay.
That they should set up a banking system.
Okay.
How many banking systems have you set up in this nation? The community bank, the office. It is those wealthy men and women that will go there and take over this bank. The poor people will not be able to benefit from it. We are talking, if this nation, from the previous government, if they are giving this nation 1 million for each family, it's not too much. How much is 5,000? But that 5,000 goes a long way in the life of the people that you are talking about. It's because you are rich, that is how you think 5,000 is nothing. It's something. A pure water woman will use it to do something. A woman that is buying biscuit, that is selling biscuit, will use it to do something. And I do agree with all this banking system because it does not go anywhere. It's
Okay.
all, at the end of the day, the rich people will now take over and hijack it, and the whole thing will be in a mess. Let the government do what they want to do for the nation. If
Okay.
they have put it in their own manifesto, and let them give it to the people, and whoever they want to help, let them help. There are so many ways you can get the vulnerable from your state and from your local government.
Okay.
Please, let us just change the part in this nation.
All right,
Don't
thank you so
compare
much,
yourself with-
Adenike. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam, for your comment.
But
I'm
eventually,
not-
you said
I'm-
the
I'm
5,000 will go a long
I'm
way.
not.
Let
I'm
him
not
just
against,
correct that.
I'm not
Yes.
against government giving the 5,000. I'm absolutely in support of it. But my problem is the process. I am afraid that this money might end up in some private pockets. You know, and that's the
Not-
reason
not-
why. And
not
that's the
under this
reason.
government.
That's the reason why.
Not under
Buhari
this
will
government.
not be everywhere.
Let me
Buhari will not be
go on that
in every
feeding.
local
Let me make
government.
my submission on that feeding program.
Did you hear that?
Buhari will not be in every local government.
You
The
know
bank-
what?
Buhari
You know
will not
what?
be in-
Let's
the
assume
vice
you are MD of a
president-
president.
The vice president will not be in every street.
Let's assume you are MD of a bank. You are not going to be in treasury. You are not going to be trade and investment. You are not going to be in control. You are not going to be in all these things.
But you'll be held
what you need,
responsible.
I'm coming. What you need to channel is a structural arrangement that will make sure that you are accountable to any unit you are heading.
Okay.
Let me go back to that feeding program. Don't
Okay,
worry about
perfect.
that. In this country today, if I'm to choose anybody who has led a state or a government lawfully and putting people's will at heart, is Governor Aregbesola. He initiated this feeding program when the state is going down, when there is no salary to pay, and he considered all these people. As at that time, there's a Canadian, some of my Canadian friends, because Canada is one of the best countries that is doing all this feeding program for their children.
Yes,
They love
yes,
children a lot.
yes.
What they said, I was in Canada at that time, and we were talking. I said, look, there's a state in my country who is doing this feeding program. They said, it's a lovely program. And they took me around in Manitoba, in Montreal. You know what? In each class, there is what they call composting machine. All these leftover foods, you know what they do? They will take it, put it in the machine. Once you finish eating, somebody will just pack it up, put it in the machine. They will now generate a compost. It's called a buyback program.
Can I quickly, because I'm not sure there will be leftover in any school in Nigeria. Really? Let me quickly. I have Marvelous in Ketu. I'm from Ketu. Good morning, Marvelous.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
You, Mr. Dapo. And good morning to your guests in the studio. Quickly, I want to talk about this social welfare program that
Okay.
Buhari did. I feel to me, Buhari went to, when he was in, that was Saudi Arabia, he said it, that this program, that he would rather give youth employment, rather give youth opportunity than pay 5,000 naira to the unemployed. I feel that why is he now giving that 5,000 naira? To me, 5,000 naira cannot do anything for an average youth. Because
No, wait, Marvelous.
Yeah?
There's the Empower program, whereby you give 30,000 naira to youths, like 200,000 youths in Nigeria. So the feeding program is part of this welfare program. And you have 5,000 naira for the vulnerable people. You have 30,000 naira for youths. And also you have like 10,000 naira loans, 10 to 100,000. So there are different phases, if you get what I mean.
Hello, Mr. Dapo. I would like to say something about this. After that social welfare program, everything accounts to over like 90 billion, according to what I saw. The education budget is less than 50 billion naira. The health budget is less than 50 billion. This money, how would they even have the data to know who is vulnerable and who is not vulnerable in Nigeria? Because we are talking about vulnerable, people being vulnerable. It
Yes.
is not. Let us be honest with ourselves. Even in Lagos, I'm not sure whether it is to get to Lagos. So I feel that if Buhari continues with this welfare program, it is not going to help Nigerians because it will put that message to us that it should be about money, it should be about free. I feel to me what it should do is educate this future, invest more money in education, invest more money in infrastructure. Even Fashola was complaining the other day that the third main language is being threatened by erosion. Put more money into this infrastructure, put more money into this, rather than giving 5,000 naira. These people were surviving before, whether we like it or not. They were surviving before this welfare program came. So instead of making
So you think
more
they should
poor
just
and poor
continue the
people,
way they were
So
before?
I feel that he has to invest.
Okay. All right, then, Marvelous. Did you hear Marvelous?
Yes, very well. Marvelous, probably, I'm sure he's a graduate. Of course, he's not...
He's not vulnerable.
He's not vulnerable. So probably he has...
And he's not looking for job or
No, he's
something?
not looking for job. So the perspective is going to be different. But let's assume he comes from a village where a ride bicycle from one stop to the other probably will appreciate how 5,000 naira goes a long way. And probably people like us who are in the political circle, we know.
You said the money should be channeled because education is getting a smaller chunk of a budget.
Educational sector, let me be honest with you, all these universities generate, the IGR in some universities is more than what a local government or 2 or 3 local governments in this country can earn. So
they are
let
self-sufficient.
all these VCs accountable to what they are earning. Let me tell you, the TSC, the single treasury account, has hampered a lot of their activities. Some of them will get school fees, tuition fee, different programs and all that, and they squander it within the university system. Of course.
So they should learn to be prudent.
They should learn to be prudent.
I have from K2 also.
They should learn to be prudent. So they should learn to be prudent.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Pius.
Pius, how are you? Good morning.
Yeah, fine. This project they are really talking about is not a laudable project and it's not going to work. Let's take, for instance, what is happening in there. IDP, all the money they contributed and give to these people did not go anywhere. Some people are there to really embezzle the money. The policy will not help Nigerians at all. Let them put this money in infrastructure. This thing will create what we call another inflation. Because those people who are selling, who are not the downtrodden, who are not those people who are not the downtrodden, who are really not
vulnerable,
going to benefit from this money, they will increase the price of their wares because they will know that these vulnerables, they have money. And you can remember the time during Indoji when we have excess liquidity and money were given to people, workers. Eventually, what happened at the end of the day? The government decided, people decided to increase the price of their wealth because they believe that
inflation.
People are having money now. So government should not really put money into this program. It will not work.
Okay, thank you so much, Pius. And did you get that?
Please, let me make my final submission.
Yeah, please, before I go to doctor.
Please, we need to get it straight in this country that the job and welfare, the job of federal government has a limit. And it gets to a stage where the state government will take it from. And it gets to a stage where the local government will take it from. Let's use Lagos State, for instance. If you're a graduate or you're an entrepreneur, you can go to Lagos State Trust Fund and submit any proposal you have or any business idea you have to the state government, and you get funds. Federal government at this point in time will do just a little to all of us, and this is just an honest truth. Then let's go back to the school feeding program. Private sector is still going to do this job. But the federal government of Nigeria has been giving private sector opportunity for a very long time. And I can tell you all the opportunities they were giving has been a dirty and bad feedback to the federal government. Let's take oil sector, for instance.
But the federal government
most of the players who are drilling our oil and mining sector are private sector. No. They will lift our oil, thousands of barrels of crude oil. They will not remit anything in collaboration with some. So when you talk about private sector, I love private sector. I do business with private sector. But
there should be a limit.
There should be a limit.
Doctor, I'll come to you now, but I need to quickly take Yakub. Okay, let me go on a commercial break. Yakub, please, can you hold on? After the break, I'll come to you. Okay?
No problem.
All right, then. Yeah. Okay.